game ready, steady aim at the target. I'm flooding the market, a break from the garbage. An artist, sensitive about mind pardon. No margin for error, flawless be rarer. The black cat goddess, you walking with a panther. Painting these pictures with words like Samantha.
Hey, it's your girl, Madam Money, aka Trap, and welcome to the official Salt in the Game album review of your Old Droog's YOD Choskov's edition. Y'all already know my style. This is not gonna fly right with any of these pronunciations, but make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's get it. Now, even though your Old Droog blocked me on Twitter, even though I've never said nothing bad about son, I don't think, you feel me, I do appreciate him unblocking me. He must see something in the kid right here, because I was waiting for this project. I'm a fan of YOD as of recently. I'm not gonna sit here and say I was with you from the start or none of that bullshit like that, but last year, Jury, it wasn't even close. These are the projects that I all deal with. This year, actually, did feature work on Poorhouse or Makad's Lemonade. Like, it's one of my top tracks. I listen to that for inspiration. Like, that's a dedication to my haters when I listen to Poorhouse. So I deal with you. Thank you for unblocking me, putting me back on the wave. Let's go. Let's get it. Now, this project right here is very, very different, and I'm glad to get this project because I have a better understanding of who Droog really is. Now, you know, I don't always look into backdrops for artists and stuff like that. I really do let the music tell me what that person is, who they are, where they've been, and what they're into. So when a project like this comes along, it is very, very cultural based. It's like letting you know that he's very proud of his heritage and his background. And this is something I really did need to experience coming from YOD. We're going to call him that all episode because I'm not trying to butcher his name up this whole time around. You feel me? This starts off with the intro. It sounds like a Russian circus to me, and I appreciate just like a different vibe coming from anybody in the underground right now, because a lot of things are starting to sound real repetitive. So when you have these like full bodies of work that stick to a theme, I believe I said something along those lines too on Willie the Kids and V Don's Dutch Marks too. Like when you have these themes and these regional pieces right here, they stick out to me, and I appreciate that stuff because it gives us just a little break from all the regular stuff that does happen in the underground, what we're experiencing right now. So it starts off with a Russian circus, like I said. Went from being block spitters to performing at Boss Mitzvahs. Like, dope. That's like, you making some real money when they try and request you at the Boss Mitzvah. I understand that. What I write is like scripture. Only folks with their spirit on the line is the ones that won't get it. And I understand you feel me, you want people to be on your page, but from your past works to this album now, I've always been on your same page. You feel me? I'm not one of these haters that do that comparison to you know, other artists and stuff like that, because I never really got that from you, me personally. So let's get it. Number 2 on here, Kazakhstan, please. Like, dog, I'm not, I like, yo, just know I do not mean to butcher any of these places because I know they real places and shit like that. I just don't know how to pronounce the shit. We gonna get into it though. Kazakhstan, you feel me? I'm gonna tell you, right, I like and don't like this track. From the beginning on here, he says, like, this is like Roy Rogers chicken. I understand what you mean when you say that. You feel me? I understand what you mean when you say that. But then he goes on to say, they say I'm an asshole. It's way better rappers. Is that so? I don't write rhymes. I just catch those. Okay, killer. You feel me? Deep in my satchel, my shit pop. Ain't no money in hip hop. Just ask Fat Joe or Mike Geronimo after the natural. Most cats got platinum and then they plateau. And it's true, but I did not want to hear that. Like, I did not want to hear that. It's the truth, but dog, like, you feel me? Some of these people go in the industry and they are pure artists, they are true artists, and they get fucked and they get screwed. And I didn't necessarily want to remind her that, even though it's warranted. You feel me? But dope track, dope wordplay, just like putting it all out there. Next track on here, Ukraine. I thought this was really, really fly way to end off the track with this Central Sports thing. Like Central Sports, like dog. You like put your, you know what I mean? You put your best foot forward on this. I want to say you put your ass in this album, but I don't know if that's proper neither. But let's continue. New Religion on here. This is featuring the God Fahim and Makami on here. Listen, the way your Old Droog spits on this is how I need to hear him always spit. Like when he's paired up with people, he comes the hardest. Where when he's on tracks by himself, he might let himself loose a little bit, and I understand. I definitely understand that. But this was one of those verses, like right here. I was like, this is what I appreciate about YOD. So let's get it. The guy Fahim on here, he says, "Can't nobody hold me down like Puffy and Mace talk." Like, all right, that's some real shit right there. Just flipping, what it is on that. Then the beat changes, right? And my homie comes on there, and I don't know, it's something about what he's able to bring to the table. He kind of like puts you in a trance with his words because they take you a whole bunch of places. Look how I'm using my hands. You feel me when I'm trying to describe what he brings to the table, and that really, really thought that was dope. The next track on here, dog, you made it real hard for any fucking blogger or reviewer to fucking get through these names. Matroshkia, you feel me? This is a crazy beat. And to know that this is like 5 different sections of the beat. Shout out to Argrav too, who produced most of this. It's Argrav and Preservation. He did the 5th sequence on here, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. But Argrav, he produced most of this, and that's why it sounds like that. So when a producer could come and bring that whole thing to the table like that, this is a good look right here. The track on here, Odessa, featuring Billy Woods, that was alright too. To the number 7 track on here, listen, this shit is tense trying to pronounce these words, like the shit crazy. Meluskia Troskov. And all I can say is spit them Russian bars, bitch. Spit them Russian bars. Let them know. Let them know. Spit them Russian bars. I don't know not one motherfucking thing you said on this shit, but guess what, Drog? Spit them fucking Russian bars. That's it. That's all. In the story, you feel me? Next track on here, Babushka. That's the only word I know, because I'm not Babushka, bitch, on this shit. You feel me? Real hip-hop fans, I can't stand y'all. I wanna... He says I make songs for my grandma, and I understand what he means by that. But then he made a reference to like a grandma's like OnlyFans, and I'm saying to myself, like, I got this thing with like grandma and fans out of here, and I came up with my like granny OnlyFans, and I'm like, it's a market for that in there somewhere. So you feel me? You want me to put your grandma on and get some real bread? Hit me up, because it's a market for this granny OnlyFans. You feel me? That's just let you know how my mind works. I'm sick sometimes, to be honest. The next track on here, Uzbekistan. You feel me? Featuring Fonte and Mahami. I was surprised to see Fonte on this. Just to keep it real, I was really surprised to see Fonte on this. Drug, I don't know who you beefing with so hard, because I catch a lot of the beef that's going on in this motherfucking album. But this, like, opening up here, the only way I do a song with you is if you was dying and this was Make a Wish. Like, dog, like, why would, like, who is fucking with you? Like, who is this about? Let's start naming some names on here. Fonte come through breezing on the track as always. When they size me up for crucifixion, make sure my cross fit like crazy as hell. Mac Homney again, he just does what he does on here rather well. The next track on here is called Prav Prada. This is produced by Roper Williams. That's one of the offset production tracks on this album. Yo, look at the lineup on here. It's Mock, LP, The God Fahim, and Black Thought closing this off. And Drug, he starts it off, he says, who shot ya? Separate the heat from sriracha. And it's like, okay, dog, I got you right there. Mark does what he does on here. LP does what he does on here. The God Fahim does what he does on here. But Black Thought, he closes it out, and this is kind of odd. Like He's popping shit on this record, and I ain't really used to hearing Black Thought like come across like once like with a beef undertone. I ain't really used to hearing that from Black Thought. You feel me? He just says what he says, and he closes out the deal, and he's out the door. He drops the mic and he leaves. But he sounds like he's vexed on this album. I bet the plot thickens if if a boy tests my pen. Like just like those type of bars on there. And he also referred to himself as the Iron Curtain, which was something that's a pure like Russian reference that I didn't hear Drog not mention one time through this whole thing, even though he could have did it on, you feel me, Maluska Troskoy, you feel me, in the Russian shit or whatever have you. um Next track on here, I promise you, like, these words is like fucking with me so bad. But Kyrgyzstan, that was an alright track too. You feel me? A dope track too. And then the Dump YOD outro. And all in all, I do want to say I appreciate this type of work. Like I said in the beginning, I appreciate a project like this because it's just so different. It's so authentic, and it's like true to him. Like nobody else can't come out and do some shit like this. This is true to him. So I gotta salute your Old Drug on this. You feel me? Let me know what's the best track on here. Let me know who has the best guest feature verse on here. Let me know what is the best produced track on here in the comments below. But I'm about to get out of here. I'm Madam Money. You can follow me on Twitter at Madam Money Says. That's MADAMMONEYSAYS. And on IG, and like just dope stuff. You feel me? Next project come out from you, dog. I'll be right there with it because I've been with you a little bit. You feel me? But don't be so hasty to hit that block button on your hardest fans. Like, who you gonna have left in your corner if you keep doing that shit? You feel me? You making people mad, but it's all good. I appreciate you still. Peace.
Alchemy on the track, make it lava, and I won't stop rocking till I retire. Singular or plural, she break numero.